The 2024 presidential election season is already shaping up to be an exciting and highly contested race. In this video, we will take a closer look at the key issues that are driving the early campaigning season and shaping the debate for the upcoming election. From climate change and healthcare to education and foreign policy, there are a wide range of topics that will be at the forefront of the 2024 presidential campaign. We will examine the positions of the leading candidates on each of these key issues, as well as how these positions are likely to evolve as the campaign progresses. Whether you are a political junkie or just interested in staying informed about the upcoming election, this post is a must-read for anyone who wants to understand the early dynamics of the 2024 presidential campaign. The 2024 presidential election is poised to be one of the most significant and closely watched political events in recent history. As the United States prepares to choose its next leader, the stakes are high, and the outcome of this election will undoubtedly have far-reaching consequences for the nation and the world. In the wake of a tumultuous political climate and a global pandemic, the 2024 election presents an opportunity for the American people to voice their concerns, hopes, and aspirations for the future. It is a chance to shape the trajectory of the country and determine the policies and values that will guide its governance for the next 4 years. Beyond the political implications, the 2024 election holds immense symbolic importance. It will test the strength and resilience of American democracy and serve as a reflection of the nation's values and priorities. The candidates and their campaigns will be under intense scrutiny as voters evaluate their leadership qualities, policy positions, and ability to address the pressing challenges facing the country. Furthermore, the outcome of the 2024 election will have a profound impact on the global stage. The United States plays a pivotal role in world affairs, and its leadership and policies shape international relations, trade agreements, and security alliances. As such, the election will be closely monitored by countries around the world as they seek to understand the potential implications for their own interests and relationships with the United States. In this blog series, we will delve into the key issues that are shaping the early campaigning season of the 2024 presidential election. From economic policies and healthcare to climate change and social justice, we will explore the topics that are at the forefront of the national discourse and examine how they are shaping the candidates' platforms and strategies. Stay tuned as we unpack the complexities and nuances of the 2024 presidential election, providing insights, analysis, and commentary on the key issues that will shape the future of the nation. The economic policies proposed by presidential candidates always play a crucial role in shaping the national discourse during an election season. As we look ahead to the 2024 presidential election, it is evident that economic issues will once again take center stage. Candidates will be expected to address key concerns such as job creation, income inequality, and tax reforms. Job creation has long been a top priority for voters across the political spectrum. In a post-pandemic world, with the economy still recovering, the focus on creating new employment opportunities will be even more critical. Candidates will need to present comprehensive plans that tackle the challenges faced by various sectors, from traditional industries to emerging technologies. Income inequality remains a persistent issue that demands attention. The disparity between the wealthy and the working class has been a source of discontent for many Americans. Voters will be looking for candidates who can propose strategies to bridge this gap and ensure that economic prosperity is accessible to all. Tax reforms are another area that cannot be overlooked. The intricacies of the tax system, including rates, deductions, and exemptions, have a direct impact on individuals, businesses, and the overall economy. Candidates will be expected to offer clear and feasible plans for tax reform that address concerns such as fairness, simplicity, and economic growth. The 2024 presidential election presents an opportunity for candidates to delve deep into these economic issues and provide innovative solutions. Voters will be closely examining the proposals put forth by the candidates, seeking a vision that not only addresses the present challenges, but also paves the way for a prosperous future. The outcome of the election will significantly impact the economic landscape of the nation and shape policies that affect millions of Americans. Healthcare is undoubtedly one of the key issues that will shape the early campaigning season of the 2024 presidential election. Access to affordable healthcare, the public health response, and the potential expansion of Medicare are all critical aspects that candidates will need to address in their platforms. The ongoing COVID-19 pandemic has highlighted the importance of a robust and accessible healthcare system. As the nation continues to grapple with the impacts of the virus, voters will be keenly interested in hearing candidates' plans to ensure affordable healthcare for all Americans. One aspect that will be closely scrutinized is the affordability of healthcare. Many individuals and families struggle to afford insurance premiums, copayments, and prescription medications. Candidates will need to present comprehensive strategies to address rising healthcare costs and make healthcare more affordable and accessible to all citizens. Additionally, the public health response will be a significant consideration for voters. The pandemic has exposed weaknesses in the nation's ability to respond effectively to public health crises. The electorate will be looking for candidates who can demonstrate leadership and offer concrete plans to improve the country's public health infrastructure, crisis management, and pandemic preparedness. Another crucial aspect of healthcare that will be a focal point in the early campaigning season is the potential expansion of Medicare. With an aging population and increasing healthcare needs, candidates will need to outline their positions on expanding Medicare coverage and ensuring its sustainability for future generations. Ultimately, healthcare is a deeply personal issue that affects every individual and family in the country. Voters will be paying close attention to the candidates' proposals and track records regarding healthcare. A comprehensive and effective healthcare plan will be a crucial factor in winning the support of the electorate in the 2024 presidential election. Climate change, environmental policies, renewable energy, and global climate agreements. As the 2024 presidential election approaches, one of the key issues shaping the early campaigning season is undoubtedly climate change. With the increasing urgency to address the environmental crisis, voters are looking for candidates who prioritize sustainability, renewable energy, and global climate agreements. Environmental policies have become a defining factor in political campaigns, as the devastating consequences of climate change become more evident with each passing year. From extreme weather events to rising sea levels, the need for decisive action on climate change has never been more pressing. Voters are seeking candidates who propose comprehensive environmental policies that not only mitigate the effects of climate change, but also transition towards a cleaner and more sustainable future. This includes investing in renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power, promoting energy-efficient technologies, and reducing reliance on fossil fuels. Additionally, candidates' positions on global climate agreements like the Paris Agreement are under scrutiny. The Paris Agreement, a global effort to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius, has been a significant milestone in international cooperation on climate change. Voters are eager to support candidates who commit to upholding and strengthening such agreements, as they recognize the importance of global collaboration in tackling this global challenge. The 2024 presidential election provides an opportunity for candidates to present their visions for combating climate change and ensuring a sustainable future for generations to come. It is a critical issue that resonates with voters across party lines, making it a key factor in shaping the early campaigning season and influencing voters' decisions at the polls. Racial justice, addressing systemic racism, police reform, and equal justice under the law. Racial justice has been at the forefront of national conversations in recent years, and it is expected to be a pivotal issue in the upcoming 2024 presidential election. The call for addressing systemic racism, implementing police reform, and ensuring equal justice under the law has gained significant momentum, with activists and citizens demanding tangible change. Systemic racism refers to the embedded inequities and discrimination that persist within various institutions and systems, affecting marginalized communities disproportionately. This issue encompasses a wide range of concerns, including access to quality education, healthcare disparities, economic inequalities, and housing discrimination. Addressing systemic racism requires comprehensive policies that aim to dismantle these barriers and create a more inclusive society. Police reform has become a pressing issue, with widespread calls for accountability and transparency in law enforcement practices. The issue of police brutality, particularly against Black and minority communities, has sparked nationwide protests and ignited a national conversation about the need for fundamental changes within the criminal justice system. Candidates will be expected to present comprehensive plans for police reform, including measures such as enhanced training, community policing initiatives, and the implementation of independent oversight mechanisms. Equal justice under the law is a fundamental principle that encompasses fair treatment for all individuals, regardless of their race or ethnicity. The criminal justice system, in particular, has faced scrutiny for its disproportionate impact on communities of color. In order to address this issue, candidates will need to propose reforms that ensure unbiased sentencing, eliminate racial profiling, and promote alternatives to incarceration that focus on rehabilitation and community support. The 2024 presidential election will provide an opportunity for candidates to present their strategies and policies on racial justice. Voters will be looking for comprehensive and actionable plans that address the root causes of systemic racism, promote police accountability, and guarantee equal justice under the law. As the campaign season unfolds, it will be crucial for candidates to engage with communities, listen to their concerns, and demonstrate a genuine commitment to creating a more just and equitable society for all. Education, funding, student debt, school choice, and access to quality education. The topic of education has always been a key issue in presidential elections, and the upcoming 2024 campaign season is no exception. As candidates gear up for the race, they are placing a significant focus on addressing the various challenges facing the education system in America. One of the central issues is funding. Many argue that proper investment in education is crucial for the future of our nation. Candidates are proposing plans to increase funding for public schools, ensuring that students have access to quality resources, well-paid teachers, and modern facilities. Additionally, there is a growing concern about bridging the gap between underfunded schools in disadvantaged communities and their more affluent counterparts. Another pressing matter is student debt. With the rising costs of tuition and the burden of student loans, candidates are striving to find solutions to alleviate the financial strain on college graduates. Proposals range from expanding loan forgiveness programs to implementing tuition-free or reduced-cost higher education options. School choice is yet another topic gaining traction. This issue revolves around the debate over whether parents should have more control over where their children receive their education. Some candidates advocate for expanding charter schools and voucher programs, allowing parents to choose between public, private, or specialized schools. Others emphasize the importance of strengthening public schools and ensuring equal access to quality education for all students. Lastly, access to quality education remains a critical concern. Candidates recognize the disparities that exist between urban and rural schools, as well as the challenges faced by marginalized communities. They are working to develop strategies to address these inequalities, proposing initiatives to improve resources and opportunities for students in underserved areas. As the 2024 presidential election approaches, these key issues surrounding education will continue to shape the discourse and influence voters' decisions. The candidates' proposed policies and initiatives in these areas will play a significant role in determining the future direction of education in the United States. Foreign policy, diplomacy, international alliances, and national security. Foreign policy is a crucial aspect of any presidential election, as it not only affects the United States' relationships with other nations, but also impacts national security and global stability. In the upcoming 2024 presidential election, candidates will have to address various foreign policy issues to demonstrate their understanding and ability to navigate the complex international landscape. One key area of focus will be diplomacy. Candidates must articulate their approach to engaging with other nations and negotiating on behalf of the United States. This includes addressing ongoing conflicts, promoting peace and stability, and fostering international cooperation on critical issues such as climate change, trade, and human rights. Voters will seek candidates who can strike a balance between advocating for American interests while also demonstrating a commitment to global collaboration. Furthermore, the discussion of international alliances will play a significant role in the early campaigning season. Candidates will be expected to address the importance of alliances like NATO and evaluate their effectiveness in achieving shared objectives. They will need to outline their stance on strengthening existing alliances and forging new ones to address emerging global challenges. National security will also be a prominent issue in the context of foreign policy. Candidates will need to demonstrate their understanding of current and potential threats to the United States and present comprehensive strategies to safeguard the nation's interests. This will involve discussions on counterterrorism efforts, cybersecurity, nuclear nonproliferation, and defense spending. In summary, the foreign policy agenda for the 2024 presidential election will encompass diplomacy, international alliances, and national security. Voters will closely examine candidates' positions on these issues to assess their ability to navigate complex global dynamics and safeguard the interests of the United States while promoting peace and cooperation on the international stage. Technology and innovation, data privacy, artificial intelligence, and automation's impact on the workforce. In the fast-paced world of politics, it's crucial to keep a finger on the pulse of emerging technologies and their potential impact on society. As the 2024 presidential election approaches, technology and innovation have become key issues shaping the early campaigning season. One of the most pressing concerns is data privacy. With the exponential growth of digital platforms and the increasing amount of personal information being collected, voters are rightfully worried about how their data is being used and protected. Candidates must address these concerns and propose comprehensive policies to safeguard individual privacy rights while still fostering innovation and economic growth. Artificial intelligence, AI, is another hot topic that cannot be ignored. As AI continues to advance at an astonishing rate, its potential benefits and risks need to be carefully examined. Candidates must articulate their stance on AI regulation, striking a balance between promoting innovation and ensuring ethical use of this powerful technology. Additionally, they must address the potential impact of AI on the workforce, including the displacement of jobs and the need for reskilling and upskilling programs to support workers in the age of automation. Speaking of automation, the increasing integration of technology and automation in various sectors raises questions about the future of work. Candidates must present their strategies for managing this transition and ensuring that no one is left behind. This could include advocating for policies that promote job creation, investing in education and training programs, and fostering a culture of lifelong learning to equip workers with the skills needed for the jobs of tomorrow. In the 2024 presidential election, technology and innovation will undoubtedly play a significant role in shaping the future of our society. It is crucial for candidates to recognize the importance of data privacy, address the opportunities and challenges posed by artificial intelligence, and develop comprehensive strategies to mitigate the impact of automation on the workforce. By tackling these key issues head-on, candidates can demonstrate their forward-thinking approach and their commitment to navigating the complex landscape of technology and its implications for our nation. Social issues, women's rights, LGBTQ+ rights, and immigration reform. Social issues have always played a significant role in shaping the political landscape, and the 2024 presidential election is no exception. As the campaigning season kicks off, it is crucial to pay attention to the key social issues that will undoubtedly take center stage in the discourse: women's rights, LGBTQ+ rights, and immigration reform. Women's rights have been a fundamental topic of discussion in recent years, with movements like Me Too and the fight for equal pay gaining momentum. The candidates' stances on issues such as reproductive rights, gender equality, and workplace discrimination will be closely scrutinized by voters who prioritize gender equality and empowerment. Similarly, LGBTQ+ rights continue to be at the forefront of social and political discussions. The LGBTQ+ community, as well as their allies, We'll be looking for candidates who support policies promoting equality, inclusivity, and protection against discrimination. Matters such as marriage equality, transgender rights, and healthcare access will be key considerations for voters invested in LGBTQ+ issues. Immigration reform has long been a contentious topic, and it is expected to be a significant point of contention in the upcoming election. With ongoing debates surrounding border security, pathways to citizenship, and the treatment of undocumented immigrants, voters will be closely observing the candidates' positions on immigration and their proposed solutions to address this complex issue. It is important to note that these social issues are interconnected as they all touch upon our society's values, equality, and human rights. Candidates' stances on these matters will not only reflect their ideologies, but also shape the direction of public policy and legislation. As the campaigning season unfolds, voters must engage with candidates' platforms and speeches to understand their positions on women's rights, LGBTQ+ rights, and immigration reform. By staying informed and actively participating in the democratic process, we can contribute to shaping a future that aligns with our values and aspirations for a just and inclusive society. Conclusion: the importance of staying informed and engaged in the campaign season. As the early campaigning season for the 2024 presidential election begins to take shape, it is crucial for citizens to recognize the significance of staying informed and engaged. Presidential elections shape the future of our nation, influencing policies, laws, and the overall direction of the country. Therefore, it is essential to stay up to date on the key issues being discussed during the campaign. By staying informed, we can make well-informed decisions when it comes time to cast our votes. Engaging in the campaign season goes beyond simply consuming information. It involves actively seeking out multiple perspectives, critically analyzing candidates' positions, and participating in relevant discussions. This can be done by attending campaign events, town hall meetings, or engaging in online forums and debates. Moreover, staying engaged means understanding the potential impact of the key issues that shape the campaign. Whether it is healthcare, climate change, economic policies, or foreign relations, being well-versed in these matters enables us to hold candidates accountable for their promises and positions. By staying informed and engaged, we empower ourselves to make a difference. Our collective participation in the democratic process pushes candidates to address the concerns and aspirations of the electorate. It allows us to contribute to the shaping of the national discourse and the future direction of the country. In conclusion, the 2024 presidential election presents an opportunity for citizens to exercise their democratic rights and shape the future of the United States. By staying informed, actively engaging in the campaign season, and holding candidates accountable, we can make informed decisions that align with our values and aspirations. Let us embrace this responsibility and work towards a better future